I'm going to clone this. Now you see, right now looking at this, we have like a full-fledged working infrastructure here. Okay, so let's go ahead and clone something like this here. Practice. I'm going to clone this, and I'm going to name this as SFTP. And I'm doing a full clone. Is your system working good, Austin, now?
Yeah, it's working.
After you did clone?
Uh, yeah, after we changed the settings and
All
configured
right.
it. Thank you.
Yeah. Those are the general things that comes with the experience. You just, if I was not there, you just put it in Google and see what comes up.
I was trying not to like rely on Google.
Or no. When you're not there, when I'm not there, go ahead and
Mm-hmm.
do it. So let me fire this back up. Okay, yeah, this is a beautiful picture. Okay. In fact, let me change this around here. SFTP. Okay, it's okay. So what I'm gonna do is, um, Give me 1 second here. It's supposed to snow today, right, in Chicago area? Did it snow? I didn't see a speck in it.
5 बजे से शाम है
Oh,
कल दिन भर है
okay. So I will copy this as we go along. Okay, now server root. Okay, so let's see here. Each time we are cloning, it's keeping this here, right? It's keeping the IP address, same exact IP address. Doesn't matter if it's clone or not. So why is the IP address coming up as the same exact IP address each time? Anybody know?
We are using the same port now, sir.
Yeah, but why? Because if we set it to static. Let's try playing around. Let's set it to DHCP. And get rid of this here and see. Let's see what happens if it's going to work. Let me just restart it and see what happens. Okay, so it is getting a random number. At the same time, it's still bound 0, okay? So we got 192.168.56.129.
Finish up lesson 4, okay?
Server 192.168.56.129.
Are you on the new book or the old book? team. Power and
Okay, so the client could be anybody, and then this is the server is going to connect. Okay.
silver. الوجه والوعد الوجه والخوف والنوم. سلام سلام.
Okay, so let me connect.
الساعة والله مسلم صالحة. الاتفاق. الآية.
Okay, so this looks good here. So now the process is just follow the process here. So I'm going to follow through the SFTP setup process. I have the document already. So very first thing is you have to do is yum install open SSH, okay, hyphen server. This is the package you need. Okay, this should already be there. If not, if we have installed a barebone operating system, then it might not be there. So let's see if it's there or not.
الاتفاق.
Okay, so it is already there.
العالم.
Okay, and the next thing to is we have to start the service. So you all know we need to start the service, right? Systemctl start SSHD and hit enter.
3 SSH, 2 SSH.
Extra H. Very good, thank you. Okay, the service is there.
الاتفاق.
And I'm going to check the status. So the service is active and running. Okay, and let's see here. So the service is active and running here. So what we're going to do is we're going to enable the service when the system starts.
Mr. Zafar,
Yeah.
why do we have to add the D onto SSHD?
Daemon.
Why do we have to add the daemon?
Daemon.
Yeah, but why do we have to put that on there?
That's the name. That's the full name.
Why can't we
Everything.
put
Yeah,
SSH?
let's retouch back again daemon, what daemon is. So daemon is a background service, okay,
Mm-hmm.
that runs in the background. Almost all daemon have the name that ends with D, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So if you watch somebody running this command httpd restart -d, that means You could say he's running on Red Hat 7, Linux operating system 7, because they introduced the concept using D. Okay, so daemon means a service running in the background. Okay, so there is nothing you could do about it. It's just they have added this to make it in generally speaking, we don't know, we wouldn't know much about it, but in the scientific and engineering deep part, it means a lot more. Okay, so myself wouldn't know too much about this, but here's the thing here: D, you have to do D. All this is referring back to daemon here. What I presented here is just a simple understanding,
Yeah.
but it is a lot more than that. It's more complex, and yeah, I mean it's a lot more complex than what you see here. But for us to for this class, we don't have to worry about too much. This should be good enough for.
All right.
So daemon means
In the background.
yeah, in a simple term, daemon means like a guardian angel or something.
Yeah.
Not demon. Demon means demon. Daemon
Yeah.
means yeah, like this. Daemon is a good guy. In
Yeah.
the Latin word ancient Greek, which originally referred to, okay, is less than a god, is a guiding spirit, spirit such as demons, religious. So he's like a guardian. He's watching the script running, watching the service running in the background.
Yeah. Okay.
I hope that explains that to you. So that's what this is. So every service you're running has a daemon in it. And I'm going to do enable. And if you do status, you see now here it says enabled here. That means if the system accidentally goes down or you reboot, the service comes back up again, okay? You don't have to worry about it. If it's not enabled, then when the system reboots, service doesn't come back up. That's a security feature. Okay, so now we have installed this here, right? And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a user here. I'm looking for a user. We worked on users, right? So let's see. Let's pick a Terminator. We'll give him access here, okay? So add user and excuse me. Add user.
And I'll bring your book.
Okay, now that's it. We're done on the server side. Now we have to work on the client. Okay, so the client, I'm gonna say client configuration. Client means on any other computer. So let's pick up the one we have. So I'm going to pick this up 192.168.56.17. Okay, so let me connect there. Okay, so now what will happen here is the SFTP should already be there. Which SFTP? Okay, the command SFTP is a part of a operating system here, so we don't have to worry about it too much on the client. So now what I'm going to do is in here so what happens here is, let me create a user here. So a regular user from their computer, what they do is they will connect to the server here, right? So let's see here how this is going to work. Let me do user add. Okay, and then I'm going to hit enter. I'm going to say password terminator. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect no, not that, sudo or su terminator. Now I'm in as a terminator here, right? So from this server I'm going to connect to this server here. So how am I going to do that? I'm going to type SFTP, and usually to connect on the other side, usually you need to put the username too. So if a team is using the SFTP server, let me create a user here. User add app team. No, that's a bad idea. So just leave it a terminator. So what I'm going to do is sftp terminator at, you have to put the other IP address here, the server IP address, which is 192.168.56.129. Okay, so of course this is going to happen. SSH, first time you want to do this, yes. And it's asking for the terminator password. Terminator password on the server, okay? This is what it's asking. I think I had set as Red Hat. Okay. Now he's logged in here. What do you see different here?
The only Mariam needs help?
Okay, he's connected to the server here, but what do you see there?
Host name?
And a different sign.
Yeah, here you see this is it. He's not going to be seeing the whole. He won't see the entire command prompt here. What you're seeing here is a highly restrictive CLI for them. Okay, so in Linux environment, the servers have a lot of company's data and all that. So if you want to restrict somebody to just bare minimum what they need to do it, this is what you do. Most of the time, this box is used for data transfer here. Okay. So if he sees, let's see what the commands he can do is. If you put down question mark, these are the things he's able to run on the server.
So basically it is a server, but we are not seeing the command prompt there.
Yeah, because this is restrictive.
Okay.
He won't be able to do a lot of things there. He's just restrictive to like bunch of these commands. That's it. Get, put, and all that. That's all he's able to do that. So if you do ls, yeah, go ahead.
What was it doing earlier when you were using SU and then you did Terminator? What did that do for earlier?
Oh no, I was root, so I became the regular user, Terminator.
Okay.
Okay, so we have from today at this time.
Mr. Farr, can you mute us?
10:20 tomorrow.
Yeah.
When I come to you, you should already be in the fifth. You should have started the fifth lesson.
So let me copy this part here. So I'm gonna over here. I'm gonna put this as login as Terminator. Okay. So this is designed for non-root users, so that they could connect and then do the data file transfer. So this may or may not comes all the time here, and so Terminator authentication. So he's logged in as Terminator and he's connecting to the other server as Terminator as well. Okay, and this happened here. So here what you see here is Okay. All right. So now the question is, let's go on to internet and get SFTP commands. We already have it in here, so it's nothing new, I see. Okay, so what you could do is just copy these commands here. These are the available commands here. See, it's only a handful of commands, not too many. And generic commands here. So I'm gonna do I need this? I don't need this. It looks ugly there. Let's see what I could do is yeah, it's not working. So what you have to do is in here I'm doing a tab here so that the Excel recognizes as a second field, hopefully. Yeah. See, it's seeing this as a two different fields. Good, looks good to me. And move it right a little bit. Give it all borders. There you go. Okay, so these are the things here. It's already there, so it's highly restrictive. Just play around with this. You know what? You don't have to. Most of the time, you set this up and give it to the team who is requesting, and your work is done. So some of the commands, let's see here if we could run it. So let's see, it says buy. That means it's disconnects, and then you connect again. You give the password again, and quit SFTP get. You must specify at least one path after a get command. I normally or never use this, but people who are requesting, they know what they want. So remote working directory is this. Let's say mk. Let's do here, let's log in as a Terminator. What is the Terminator home directory? Yeah, this one here, right? I'm gonna use touch file 1, file 2, file 3. Okay, and let's see here if you could see it. Yeah, he could see it, right? Now if I type get command, get file and asterisk, and it says fetching. And if I do quit, and if I do ls here, those files are copied to the local server. The server he is connecting from, it copies there. And if he wants to put the directory, I'm gonna say touch file 4, and I'm gonna touch, go back in there again. So this is that file there, but let's see if I want to transfer the file to the server, right? Right here. So put uploads file here. So what I'm going to do is put file 4. Okay, so what is happening here is this command is right now he is not actually in this server. Actually, he is in the SFTP mode. And then what he did was, even though the file is not doing ls, when you do ls, he's doing ls here. But at the same time, when you use the put command, it's copying from this local server to this SFTP server. If I do ls here, what should I find other than 3 files? I should find file 4 also. There you go. Most of the time, I think they use get and put. Get and put. Get means download. Put means upload. That's it. And this is why you use. And if the data is like huge data, right? So let's create a. Help me with creating a big file, okay? How do I create a big blank file? dd input file equals /dev0 output file equals Zafar, and then byte size equals 500 M, and I hit enter. So the file is being generated. When it's done creating a file about 500 megabytes, it will quit. So you see the file which is about 500 megabytes. Oh wow, it created a 13 gig file? Why did it create a 13 gig? Anyway, I'm not worried about that. And look, there is no size left here. Okay, this would be the perfect condition to learn how to increase the size of the file system. Now what I'm going to do is SFTP I can't even do clear here. It's a very restricted mode. So what I'm going to do is put means put the file on the remote server, and I hit enter. It's uploading. Did you, Suleiman, did you use SFTP when you were database?
Mr. Zafar.
Yeah.
So when you the LTHR after ls, does that just list all the files that are in the var log directory?
No.
Directories was
Do man ls, and you tell me. Man ls. I did ls-l is the normal one, long list. And T stands for, let's see what T is. Okay, the T is okay, small t, sort by time modification. Newest first, okay?
okay.
LSFN T, then I added R, right? R means reverse
Okay.
order while sorting, okay?
There was H.
And then H. H stands for, I know this already, but where is H? H comes right here, right? Smaller H, yeah. H is human readable. Okay, so here when you do H, the file size okay, so when I did here, right? Okay, so it's jumping here until it's complete. Okay, let me quit. You could do it here too, ls. So ls is doing this, ls-l is doing this here, right? ls is just this, ls-l is long list here. Okay, but look at this size here, right? It is such a pain to determine what size is this, right? And
Right.
if I just add h in there, and now I could read it better. It's 11 gig. Did you get it? And if I
Yeah.
add t in there, so it's sorted with the time the newest first, and then r, that means we are not doing we are newest first from the bottom.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, it failed. Probably we're messing around with it. So it didn't copy the whole thing. Why it didn't copy the whole thing? It probably ran out of the space here. The root VG is out of space. That's why I didn't copy. You could set this up as a specific drive, and then you can take care of this here. Okay, that's enough for this. Let's go ahead and get on to a different topic. So this topic is very short and small, and all you have to do is do this part here. This two part, that's it, you're done. Uh, 144 here, right? So I'm gonna do ls at 145 and see what happens here. So okay, it doesn't make any sense here, but just hold on for a minute and I will tell you what is going on. So there are no files here. So in about 10 seconds, it will create about 10 files here. Why? Because we put it in cron tab. Cron tab is a built-in function here. So I want to show this before I talk about it. So if I do ls here, I have 10 files here. Okay. Are you still with me?
Yes.
Okay.
तो पहले से कोई काम करना है तो पहले से अपन बना के रख दे सकते हो.
Yeah, you're like, if you want to do something in future, without you being there, you could do this here. But you got to be very careful what you're doing in there. Okay. Don't put something malicious in there. It's gonna run and it will destroy the system.
So basically we are putting all the commands in the editor and we are just running that telling that file to run on the time.
Yeah. So let's see if it's gonna do the reboot here. I never tried reboot. I'm gonna do it at 47. Yeah, I'm gonna do it at 47.
Basically 47 times a second,
47 is the minute.
minute, 47, and it starts.
अभी आ रहा हूँ मैं, पहले ज़रा डेमो कर देता हूँ मैं, फिर आ रहा हूँ. So the moment it hits
47 now.
the moment it hits 47, it should start rebooting. It's now rebooting. At the 47 minute, I put on to do init 6. Why is it not doing it?
You forgot the Scooby-Doo lines.
No,
You
init
forgot
6
to
is
use
reboot,
the
right?
brackets.
I don't need no brackets.
Oh, you don't need to use the brackets?
No, I'm restarting the system. Init 6 is reboot, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So when do you need to use the brackets?
When I'm creating the files, buddy.
Okay.
All right, let me tell you what these are in a minute here. So okay, let's.
So, we have just created the file. Now we did not even run the file. We supposed to run the file after creating this.
No, this is time. What I'm doing here is this is time. This is not a script. Cron tab is built in.
Okay.
It's a built-in feature here. So let's Google it. Okay. This is a software utility, also known as cron job. Is a time-based job scheduler. Okay, it's scheduling the job in a Unix-like computer operating system. Users that set up and maintain software environment use cron tab to schedule jobs to run periodically at fixed time, dates, and intervals. Okay, I like this. I like this explanation here. Okay. So before that, let's see. Let me start this here. Okay. So there are. You have to do one. What the? So there are 5 asterisks. 1, 2, 3, 4. What the heck? Okay, there are 5 asterisks in here, right? I'll tell you what all these are here. Give me 1 second. So let me open this 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so these are 5 asterisks. So this position is asterisk, 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 asterisk. But in that place, the first position is minutes. The second position is hours. Third position is day of the month. And fourth is month. And the fifth one is
Command. Command.
No, fifth one is day of the week. And actually there is a sixth part is the command. Sixth part is, yeah, here, this is where the command comes in. After that, you put in your command. If you could put the command, what else can you put it in here?
What do you mean by that?
You could also put a script too.
Oh, okay.
And now you see where it's going here, right? You could put a big script and go home and come back, it will be ready for you. And the number in here is either between 0 to 59. Okay? Hours would be 0
to 12.
to
12.
No, 23. It goes into the military
Okay.
time.
Okay.
Day of the month, 1 to 31. And month is 1 to 12. And day of the week, what does day of the week stands? The day of the week stands with 0 to 6 because 0 is the Sunday. 7 days starts from 0. Okay, and the script is whatever the script.
Command.
True. So let's see here. I'm gonna say touch file. I'm gonna create 20 files in here. Now I'm on the second line. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do at that time after it does. Let's do. We'll come back here and edit this. Okay, so and at this point I'm gonna do df-h. Now these are mundane here, right? Let's run the script here, okay? Something like let's run the script name script.sh. Okay, all right, let's go back in there. So I'm gonna do vi, and then I'm gonna go like this. In the script, what you have to do is shebang. Okay, you have to do a pound sign and exclamation bin bash. Right? Are you guys with me?
Yes.
See, I told you here you have to do a shebang bin bash to make it a script file. And then I'm going to put some silly scripts here. df-h echo pwd echo who echo I'm going to say time's up. And I'm going to
Wait, do you understand why the init 6 didn't work?
Yeah, let's see if it's going to work here, okay?
Okay.
Init 6, I will restart the box. So what I have to do is chmod 777 755, okay? Script. And then I go back in here, cron tab, and I run the script here. How the good way to run the script is, right? I'm gonna get rid of the files. The only file should be is the script here. Okay, so now so let's put this at cron tab E means edit. Let's put it at when the system would be is 59 is too low. I'm gonna put it at 01, okay? And this would be at 02. And let me save and exit. So if I do ls here, there are no files in here, right? Except the script. Oh, I have to type script.sh. Should I go back? Yeah, I put down script.sh. Okay, if I do ls here, see the files are there. Did you see that? That part is running. Let's see if it's gonna execute the script. Okay, it did. It went through, but it didn't do anything. All right. So let's see here. What I need to do is I need to put it. So if you get stuck here, you don't have to be shy. Put in Google here. Current tab. Um, okay, so script not working. Why cron tab scripts are not working? Maybe I need to put in the full path. I need to do this here root bin bash. Well, let's confirm that. Okay, so it needs something like this here, a confirmation, I think. Instead of this, it needs a full path, and I'm going to change this to 6. And let's see if it's going to run at 6. It didn't run. It's not running it. No, What has changed? This is what I did here. Let's run the script first, okay? Yeah, script is working. Because system is rebooting right now. Actually, this is good to hear. Look at this. This is really good. This is a very good picture. So the script part, so if you're running Python, hello. Okay, so let's just run this here and see what happens, okay? I normally, or in recent 5 years, I haven't used cron tabs. Usually it's done by the monitoring team and those teams. So let's see here. When the environment gets huge, right? Anything over 1,000 is a pretty big environment. But normally the banks and all those, they have more than 10,000 servers. Okay, so that is a huge environment. It is just not working, the script part. I will find out more here for next week. For now, let's move forward. I need to, in fact, I'll put this in here to run this, okay? So what you need to do is, So you do cron tab E, and you put it in there. The cron tab is working here, okay? Only the script part is not working. And you can put multiple cron jobs in it.
Could you test another command besides touch file, since init 6 didn't work by itself?
Yeah, okay. What do you want?
Could you do cat and then read read a file?
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good thing. Cat. No. Cat didn't work either. Touch is working, cat is not working, right? Maybe the CLI command doesn't work. Mm. Let's see here. The process might have changed then. So there is a directory called cron D in there. Let's see here. Let's do ls 0 hourly cat okay. Put all the scripts here and call them from etc contab file. Run all script once a day, hourly, and all this here, right? Okay. I'm moving the file script from there to here. The file script is here, right? And what I'm gonna do is put all the scripts in and call them in the etc folder here, right? So oh, tail
It's also showing that when you want to run this, you have those 5 stars that you use, and then it's saying to put a username and then a command to be executed.
we did that, right?
Yeah.
I did that. Here, see, it didn't work though. Right here. Now that we put it in there, so let me do cron tab -e, and here I'm gonna say /etc cron.d, and I'm gonna do 20 minutes. Okay, let's see if it's gonna work now. Nope, it didn't work. It didn't work. It didn't restart the system, did it? No. Ensure all scripts running with the right shell, and okay. So identify the shell being used in your script and echo dollar shell. No. Okay, so let's move forward here. I'll find out about this. I'll check with the people at my work and see how it's being used here. Okay, so we'll put this on hold and let's move to something called VSFTP. Okay, we have SFTP earlier. Now the second one we're gonna do is VSFTP. VSFTP is for the outside users. VSFTP. Give me 1 second here. Yeah. So what is VSFTP? Very secure file transfer protocol. Okay. And I think I didn't define SFTP, did I? Yeah, SSH file transfer protocol. Okay. Yeah, SFTP. And what you have to do is, let's work on a VSFTP. VSFTP. Why is this saying D? Yeah, this is good. Actually, this is FTP. Anybody heard about FTP server? FTP is a file transfer control protocol. Anybody heard about the service called FTP. FTP services. Okay, FTP service providers. Give me 1 second here. FTP is the service. They're using this to run this service here. For online storage. Okay. Online storage is anybody heard about Dropbox? Anybody heard about Dropbox? Or
I think so.
no?
It's a safe environment to test something out. Oh no, that's the sandbox. Sorry, no, never mind.
No, the Dropbox service. Like file, you back up all the files, sir.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, they're using the drop. In fact, I don't use all them because I have my own. I use Dropbox. You heard about Dropbox, right? It's like a big company that's providing a backup service, online storage.
Yes.
Yeah, this is what they're using. In fact, Google, Apple, what does Apple have as a backup? iCloud. Okay, yeah. This is what you could tell you. So all they have in the background is iCloud and bunch of hard drives. And this is what they're using here, okay, guys? And they're charging you a ton of money. So all this is running on Linux, okay? So let's set up one, and then I'll show you how it works. Let's clone one box here. Clone, and I'm gonna say it VSFTP. Oh. Or how to run Dropbox as a Windows. So any any online storage, I don't care if it's iCloud, Dropbox, or Google, or anything, what they're doing is they're using the FTP server system here in the background. And this is not something new. What is new is the way it's all being set up and used it as in a mass production environment. Okay, so you have, and then also they're using a little software that is developed in-house, and they're using the FTP service in the background so that you could back up your data online. In fact, you could set one up yourself, and then from home, and then you could do it over the internet also. Okay, this is using, let me, the demand for Linux is so high, the people hiring would be happy just somebody to know to run the commands, okay? So when you're doing interview, demand for at least $50. Don't worry about all that here. I'll walk you through all that. How to get the job. Linux job. I think this will give 30, IP address 30, so. What the? Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, 192.168.56.130. Yep, it gave 130. Why it gave 130? How do I know it's gonna give you 130? Because the previous IP address it gave was 129. DHCP server. Whatever next IP is gonna give is next IP, which is available. See 129 here, right? Yeah, 129. Then next one I know for sure it will give out 130. Okay, so this is rather simple. Let's go ahead and set this up and see if we're gonna do something about this here. So I'm gonna go ahead and log in here first. Okay, so let me put this here. Now, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna host name. I'm gonna go VIETC host name, and I'm gonna say here VSFTP 01@prod.zmprotech.com. In fact, I could okay, so now very first thing you need is change the host name. I'm gonna just reboot here. Okay, all right, so now okay, so if I do host name, I have it here. Okay, it's meaningless. Sometimes it is meaningful, but I'm not worried about it. Okay, so now what you need to do is let's do yum. Let's do which VSFTPD. VSFTPD is not there. VSTP is not there. So this application is not installed here. So we have to install it from internet or in whatever mode you do it, install from there. Yum install hyphen VSFTPD hyphen Y.
You say yum, right?
Yeah, yum install. So yum install VSFTPD. It's an application you need to download here. If it's a full version of operating system, if you would have installed, it would already have on it might. Or this one here, when we did a system-wide update, this puppy should have full. Let's go ahead and start it and see if the VSFTPD is on it. See how you know this one has like a different kernel? We started off from this one and we are using the updated kernel. Okay, this is installed here, so it's a very small package.
Do you see the command that you typed to install VSFTP?
Yeah, right here. Yum install VSFTPD-Y. When you do -y, it won't ask you if you really want to do it or not. It will automatically continue on when that question comes up. Okay, yeah, even the updated one doesn't have the VSFTPD, so you have to install it separately. So okay, so we install the package. Install the Okay, so we install the package here. Next thing what you need to do is you need to do the configuration. Okay, so you go to vi etc. So when we install the package, it makes changes on the system wherever it need to. Okay, and it put in this file in the place. In this place, you go in here, and this is a configuration file. All right, so etc vsftpd vsftpd.conf. You have to read the white pages for this. Why sometimes the file is D? Because all these technologies are not developed by Linux. It is developed by people, individual people, organizations, and universities. Okay, if you come up with something and you want to make it free in a Linux environment, you could do whatever the hell you want, and you don't have to follow any guidelines. Since this is like open source, sometimes you see a command you have to use like uppercase and all that. You barely see it, but you will run into that. And then you see, look at the configuration file. Normally some configuration file is .conf, .con, .cf. There is no D in there sometimes. All this is happening because there is no tight control on this here, right? But if something you have created, if it's working, that's all it matters. So here you say anonymous enable, you say no. Nobody without any user ID cannot connect to the server. Okay, that's what it means. Local enable, yes. Okay, we'll work on that, what it means a little bit here. Write enable, yes. And look for something that says chroot. Let me copy this before I forget. When you have write enable yes means they could write to the server. That means they could save something there. And keep everything else same so far. And look for the line that says chroot, change root, local user yes. Okay, so so in this case, do we need to do anything? This line here, I'm worried about this line here, but is this available, if that statement is available right now or no?
Not for me.
Yeah, it has to uncheck it. Once you uncheck it, that means the script, in essence, this is a script. This configuration file is nothing but a script itself. Okay, when you uncheck it, it will be live. Okay, this part is done. Okay, now what we're gonna do is we'll do a secure SSL. We're gonna secure the so next thing we're gonna do is we'll set up a security certificate. Okay, create a SSL folder as shown. So what I'm going to do is mkdir -p etc VSFTPD, and then SSL. What it's gonna do is we'll create a SSL certificate here. Okay, so we talked about SSH, right? It secures, it exchanges the certificate, and this one is the same thing too. SSL is secure socket layer. Its successor TLS layer are protocols for establishing and authentication encrypted. So SSH and SSL are, these are encryptions. So when the connection is established, it's encrypted here. So we created a folder here. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna create a so if we do which open SSL. So open SSL, it comes with the operating system here. Okay, so we are issuing the security token. So I'm going to run the command open SSL. REQ -X 509. Okay, nodes -nodes, I'll explain what this means. Okay, and -days, how many days you want it. I want it for like long time, so I put on like 4 nines, so 9,000 days. Just put 10,000 days. It will be like long time. New key, it will create a new key. Okay, if you are a new user, first time creating a user, then it will create a new key. And what kind of key you want? You want a RSA key. And what kind of encryption you want? 2048. Okay, and you want to set the key to save, right? So the command is -key out VSFTPD -.
So all these commands are not for the Linux guy, I suppose. This is for security guy, sir.
No, security guy, to become a security guy, you have to be the Unix, Linux, Windows, and network. The security guys use Linux too. You will never get a security job if you don't know Linux. Okay, that's more advanced.
But this is look like the completely security thing what we are doing now.
Of course, I mean Linux You have to be a Linux very strong in Linux before you get a security. Okay, not
Oh,
everything we are doing here is security, but we are setting up a look here. What does it means? Very secure file transport protocol system here. This is going over the public internet. Okay, so yeah, you have
yep,
to you're making the server secure.
yep.
Hyphen out and VSF TPD dot. Some of the stuff you won't catch it now, but it will make sense after you start working for a while.
Yep.
Okay, so let's run this here. There you go. It's creating the country name here. Now it's asking some questions. Country name, I'm going to put down United States. Where I'm located, I'm going to put down Illinois. City, I'm going to put down Skokie. And the company name, ZMPT. Okay, and what is my organization? IT. Okay, and your name or the server name. Okay, the server name is important. Now, why I stress the server name is important here. Okay, this is what I gave the server name, right? Let me duplicate. Okay, yeah, this is the server name. Okay, and it will ask for the address. You know what? It might. Yeah, the domain and the end, the both should match. Okay, and I'll hit enter. Okay, that's it. The certificate is created. Create a folder as shown, mkdir. Okay, so let me copy it from here. Generate a certificate. Generate a SSL certificate. Okay, so here's the trivia. This is similar to as SSH, right? Password. Where is passwordless SSL? SSH. When we did a passwordless SSH, what do we do? We did SSH keygen, right? This is the same. This is the same thing. SSH and SSL. All these are similar things, but little different. There are a lot in here, right? Just then looking at here, there's a lot of other things which is running in the background. It's gonna be beyond this course here. But if I need to learn everything about SSL and security, I will have to spend the rest of my life. That's how that subject is. Okay. Okay, good. Now, where is my document? So I went through all this here, and oh no, let me save it. Okay, now next thing we're gonna do is SSL is complete, right? So let's go ahead and go into that SSL folder and take a look here.
I have a couple questions.
Yeah, go ahead.
So after you did REQ, what is the -X509?
What I'll do is I'll explain this here after the class. I put it in here and I put it in the document. I'll explain tomorrow. I know some of the stuff, but this is RSA encryption is 2048. You heard about 1 kilobyte. This is 2 kilobytes, and these are the days. These are the nodes. It's gonna assign. I required is the connection where it's coming from. So X. This is a X509 standard. Key in and key out. I will find that out more and I'll put it in there.
Okay.
Okay.
Why were you saying that you stressing that the host name is very important?
Host name is important. Yeah. Okay, I went in this here and let me clear this. PWD ls. What the? Shoot. The files are not there. What happened to the files? It probably went into the wrong place. Uh-oh. We should have two files with this name. VSFTPD private and VSFTPD public. So if we can't find it, what we're gonna do is we're gonna search it and see why it went to a different place. Okay, so how do you do the find? Find. Where are we finding this? In root -name and this. Okay? And 2 greater than dev null. What is it 2 greater than dev null would do? Oh, look at that. The file is in the root directory. Okay, so 2 files are sitting in the root directory. I should have mentioned key out. When you run key out, it should have gone into this place here, right? And so let's bring that up and pwd. Okay, now let's bring that command back. That long command, and I'm gonna put this here. What kind of what kind of the highlighted part, what kind of path is that? What kind of path is this, guys? How many types of path we have? I'll give you relative. And what is the second one? Second one is absolute path. So this is the absolute path. Okay, I'm doing it again. US, Illinois, Skokie, ZMPT.com. No, it's just ZMPT. And then the host name. Oh, shoot. Now it should be there. See? LSFNL. So this is the correct command. And here, what is it says? Generating the key, RSA key. So we did ls in this location. This is what we wanted. I'm going to put down PWD too.
So where is all this info? Which file is it being put in? Where you put in US, Illinois, Skokie, all of that? Which one?
I cannot hear you. Can you speak up a little bit?
Yes, can you hear me now?
Yeah, it's good.
Okay. So where is all this information that you're inputting in going?
Right here.
Into which? Okay.
So up here we created a folder, specified a folder here. And look, that's the same exact path, and this is the same exact path. And then when we ran this, when I didn't specify the folder here, right? And the name.
Yes.
It went to the local directory wherever the command I was running it from. But now I reran it again and specified the location, so it went into the right location. Now let's go back to the VSFPD line again, the configuration file, VIETC, VSFPD, same location, and VSFPD.conf. Okay, at the end of the line, add these here. Go all the way to the end of the line. I don't care what it is, just add this. Where am I getting all this from? You have to do you have to read the, well, I've been doing it for a while. Then you have to do the read the white pages. What is white pages? That means when somebody have invented something, they write a document about it. That's what is called white pages. Equal yes. Allow allow underscore anonymous underscore SSL equals no. Okay, and then force underscore local underscore data underscore SSL equal yes, and then force underscore local underscore logins underscore SSL equal yes. Okay, and then I'm gonna give a space here, SSL underscore TLS version 1 equals yes, and I'm gonna copy paste couple times here, and here we're gonna restrict version 1 and version 2 and version 3. So as the technology is evolving, everything is getting updated. How we used to do and all that here. I mean, versions come out, right, so often. So that's what this is. Okay, and then I'm gonna say give a space here, require underscore SSL underscore reuse. I'm gonna say no, and SSL underscore cipher. What I'm putting here is a lot of things are beyond me also. I just sometimes just put it because this is how we have this here as set up. RSA underscore cert. Now we're gonna have to give the certification file. What is the location? /etc VSF TPD SSL. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make sure I'm not making any errors here. Do I have another window here open? No. Usually copy and paste. It's a good idea to avoid any errors. Oh shoot. So the other one is RSA underscore private. Same thing as SSH. SSH has private and public key, okay? Okay.
So do we know what these lines are doing that we added? So like allow underscore A9 SSL equals no.
Yeah, it will exchange the certificate. You will see how this is working in a minute here when we try to connect to the server.
Okay.
Okay, so now so I need to copy from here to this here. etc vsfpt conf, right? Yeah. these are complex Linux engineering things, you guys. If you could nail this, you will have a really happy life. Financially, you'll be very secure, especially Borhan, you're just starting off in the life. So just take this and perfect, not perfect, but get a good hang of all this. You'll be really good. Okay, and now what we need to do is we need to start the service. VSF dot. Now all we have to do is systemctl. Let's do status first. It's just sitting there and getting wasted. So let's activate it. Uh-oh. Oh. See, now this one is telling me to use service. Oh, what happened? I have to enable first. See, this is different from what we are normally used to do. We could like start without enabling it. Uh-oh. Failed because control process exiting. Let me get out of here. Okay, so here it's giving the message here. It says 500 oops unrecognized variable in config file SSL underscore TLS v2. Okay, let's go in there and take a look. I know it's a new entry, so it's all the way on the bottom. SSL. Okay, this is SSL. My bad. SSL version 2 and SSL version 3. We're not allowing those. Okay. No error means it worked fine. So it's active and running. We are in a good place now.
Okay. So you changed the second one and the third one to SSL. So the first one stays TLS.
TLS, yes.
Okay. What does that stand for?
I will let me show you and then we'll work on it.
Okay.
It's the connection types here, the security. These things are being used by everybody, big organizations, Apple, Google, CIA, NSA, Mossad. They all depend on Linux. And I'm telling you, this is real world things, and this is what is being used out there. This is not anything extra ordinary. This is extraordinary. And service, I'm gonna check where is enable. What does enable do? What does enable do? It enables the system when the system reboots. Okay, good. So when you no error means it's working. Okay, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna open the hole in the firewall. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is firewall CMD hyphen zone hyphen equals zone equals public. So this is going to go on the public internet, right? And then permanent hyphen add port equals /TCP. This is a TCP protocol, guys. All right, success. And we need to add one more port range. It will randomly pick up the port range TCP here, 40,000 to 50,000. So it has a capacity of that many people connecting here, 40,000 to 50,000, about 10,000 connections it could have. So if you're running a company like VirtualBox, that's how it will allow that many connections. And a firewall command CMD hyphen status how do I see the status? Firewall CMD firewall CMD hyphen ports. Ports list port. Okay, so no ports are listed here, right? What you need to do is reload. So the reason we are showing here is through the firewall, our good old port 2022 is open, but it's not going to show because it's not any, it's a default port, so you expect that port to be there. But any special port which is by default is closed, you're opening it up. Port means door, right? Door to the house. You're opening up the doors so that the connection works.
So what is the second port you open by itself for 990?
990 is the specific port that works, is defined for the TLS connections. We're going to make a secure connection. When we do the SSH connection, which port it goes on?
22, right?
22.
Yes.
And if you do serial, 9600. And telnet is doing 23. Raw means you could define the port.
Okay.
Okay, so if we go back to our network class, and I think I remember mentioning the ports, we need to, okay, so you have to worry about only these number of 20 ports, which is generally open, and you don't have to think about it too much. So port 20 is FTP. Now, since we are setting up VSFTP, we are using 990. File transfer is using FTP also. SSH is using 20. Telnet is 23. The mail is 25. When you go onto the website here, it's using 80. So by default, top 3 or 4 are open. Others may not be open. You may have to manually open it.
Okay.
This is
And the one with
HTTP over TLS. It's another animal here. If we go through that, I'll explain what that is. Yeah, go ahead.
The 990 you said stood for which one?
TLS.
Yeah, that's okay.
In Linux language, when you're talking to your colleagues, what you say is put a hole in firewalls. Okay, that's the slang you would use. Make a hole or put a hole in firewall. Okay, that's what it means, like open the port. Okay, now what I'm gonna do is launch FileZilla. Everybody downloaded FileZilla, right? Launch FileZilla, okay? And in here, I should make a screenshot of this here, right? Let me hide this. Okay, so you've launched FileZilla and go in here, go to new site. I already have something set up here, so don't worry about that. So I'm gonna go VSF, I'm gonna do VSFTP. Okay, here I'm gonna put since we didn't add it to the name here, so I'm gonna just put the IP address. 192.168.56.130. Okay, and in here is going to use the TLS. Use explicit FTP TLS on this, and then the login is normal, and then I'm going to give the password root lowercase, and oops, root, and Red Hat is my password, right? All right, before I forget, let me take a screenshot. This is how it will look to you, and click in there, click in there, click new site. I don't like this here. I like this square, and click there, then click there, and then you have to put in this information. If this is set up in the DNS, then you could definitely put the DNS name, okay, and the username and password. So now what will happen is once you connect, it will give you the security warning. In fact, it will tell you the details we entered here, where you're connecting and all that. So I'll say connect. Oh, I should have, I made a mistake. It's connecting on port 21. It's supposed to be connecting on port 990. Here, port is 990. One other mistake I made was require explicit FTP over TLS. I'm gonna get rid of the port here, so it will automatically pick up the right port and the TLS connection. Why is it connecting to 21? Let's do this here first. Let me ping if the server is pingable. Ping 192.168.56.130. Yeah, it's working. I'm good there. And here we are using FTP protocol. No, we are using FTP protocol 990. Right. It says connection refused by the server, right? So it's hitting the server. So I have to disable the SC Linux here, I think, yeah. Give me 1 second here. We'll go over what SC Linux is. Listen port 990. Okay, so I may have changed SSL I need to change the no, that's not it. I know it's maybe just a simple okay, so let me run this command here and see if it's working. I'm not worried about that. Service IP tables. Yeah, I have to do this here. SC table set SC bool. Okay, yeah. Now, what I'm gonna do is slash root slash slash space 1. That means allowing it. Yeah, I have to change the permissions. Let's change the permissions here. chmod 400. Okay, so I'm gonna change the permission for both of them. So the permissions is there. Okay, I think that's all I need to worry about it here. Let's try it again. Let me do it without 990. Come on. Oh God, it's almost 4 o'clock. Let's stop it right here. And I will pick up where we left off tomorrow. I'll find out, maybe there are like couple configuration things I need to change. I'll find out and then we'll finish this tomorrow. And then after that, we work on Pixie server tomorrow. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Everybody have a good day and then we'll catch up tomorrow.
You too.
Assalamu alaikum.
Once, I love us.